Some guys I don't like. I already mentioned Brandon Knight. I'm not really sold on that guy, man. He may end up going higher than he needs to. He's projected at number 3 right now in some mock drafts. That may be a little too high for this guy. Another guy that kind of scares me is the Kenneth Fareed cat out of, was it Morehead State? I mean, dude's 6'8", 2 1/4. Playing the power forward position. He's a tremendous rebounder for 6'8", 225, but the Dennis Rodman days are over, man. We don't have those type of power forwards anymore. So, hey, if he ends up being what a lot of people think he can be, great. I just don't see it happening, man.
C. Damari Carroll.
Man, it's tough.
No next to his name.
It's tough.
And, okay, to the guys. A couple guys I like. I like Kemba Walker. A lot of people question, they say, can he do this in the NBA? Can he do that in the NBA? Give me a winner, give me a leader, any day of the week, and let me work with him. And I just love that old classic New York City point guard style. He give me those flashbacks of seeing Kenny Anderson, like a right-handed Kenny Anderson out there. I like seeing him do his thing, man, getting into that lane, penetrating, dishing, all the smooth moves. I'll be interested to see. But with the NBA becoming so point guard dominated with guys who can get into the paint and get shots for other people, I like his chances. You know, I want to see how tall he really is though when they measure him. They list him at 6'1". If he's a legit at least 6 feet 6'1", I like him better. But you know how it is sometimes when he gets in the NBA and they measure him and he 5'10 1/4. But I do like Kemba Walker. Another guy I like is Nolan Smith out of Duke. Good size, 6'4", but toughness. When you need a tough, hard-nosed person, you can't get enough of those guys on your team. You need people out there who you feel like can be tough, can play defense, won't back down, won't be scared, to show up at big times. And I feel like Nolan Smith to do those things. He's projected at the end of the first round, and what a lot of people are saying out here, I think if he lasts that long, 26, 27, like I'm seeing, that would be a steal to me if somebody gets him down at that slot right there. A couple guys I'm not necessarily sold on. Enes Kanter is one out of Kentucky. He didn't get a chance to play there. Everybody's falling in love with him. He's 6'11", he's a center, and all we keep hearing is that he killed at the Nike Hoop Summit and he broke, what was it, Dirk Nowitzki's or whoever record. I need to see you play against people. I'm not saying I don't think that he'll necessarily pan out, just that I'm not sold yet, because I need to see you play against people before I don't believe in all that, man. All these clips. We saw highlights of Sean Bradley. Remember that? Him on the fast break, and he can dribble some, and he can do. Come on, man. Like, we need to see you against competition. But I wish him the best, you know, if he turned, especially with centers. I like centers, you know what I mean? I'd be kind of depressed that the NBA don't have great big men hardly, you know, anymore. I like that. I like those dudes you can throw it to, and they can work out on the post. So hopefully he does pan out. And another one is Jeremy Tyler, another one, the center. If you don't remember him, he's the kid who left after his junior year in high school, went overseas, you know, spent 2 years over there. His first year, he was getting in all kind of mischief, I guess. He had his guys with him, his family, you know. I guess dudes was overseas clowning. They wasn't used to how a LA cat would move or whatever. But supposedly, he had a much better second year. But I don't know, just that's red flags to me. You know, when you say head case, somebody getting in trouble and this and that early, right? And it was nothing there to turn him around. You know, like it's not like a guy who was getting in trouble and then went and played for Nolan Richardson and for 3 years, and then Nolan Richardson kind of stabilized him, or Mike Krzyzewski kind of stabilized him. So just pulling him straight from overseas, throwing him into the league. We saw some of the issues DeMarcus Cousins had last year, squabbling on the sideline, his teammates, and all kind of other stuff that I'm sure they didn't mention. When the whole story gonna come out, it's gonna be crazy. I'm not saying Jeremy Tyler is DeMarcus Cousins, but I'm just saying I gotta wait and see. I don't necessarily know, but somebody's gonna definitely take a chance on that guy and think that they could turn him into the next great center.
Absolutely. So hey, it all goes down. We'll see what happens. Hope your team does what you want them to do in the draft. You may get some of these sleepers. One of your teams may get one of these guys that we aren't really high on. So, hey, hope he ends up doing big things. But look, this is a Sportzfam production. You know what it is. Sports Critic is in the building. Y'all been going ham in the Sports Critic group page. We love it. It's going down. You got to check out the Sportzfam True and False. Everybody waiting for the lockout to be over, man. we're no different. We're football guys. We are absolutely just chomping at the bit for this to be over. So look, the CEO, he's been doing his thing. He's been pumping out them true and falses. Check him out, man. It's good stuff in there. And we're going to keep pumping them out for all 32 teams.
All 32. So
Absolutely.
we had some fun with it, see if you agree. He was see what he say about your team when it come around. Little predictions, and you can kind of weigh in and decide what you think about it.
Absolutely.
And before we get out of here, though, I got to send a special dedication to Tiki Barber. Come on, son.
Jeez.
Shout out to Ed Lover. Come on, son. I got to tell you, come on. I'm going all the way back. Like, I don't look, the man left his team hanging. I had forgot about, somebody brought this up to me earlier. I forgot his last season playing, that they were in the middle of a playoff run. They were a good team. And around the 10th, he's talking about, oh, my heart's not in. He announced his retirement halfway through the season. Like, why would you distract the team like that? That next year, I keep seeing the quote being thrown around about what he said about Eli Manning. Find that quote on the internet. Somebody has to have it. It's not just the quote. You have to see how he said it. He was sitting in the studio with that grin on his face, and he was just loving to be able to, his voice was squeaking, and he tried to be a leader, and it was comical. He couldn't, all that. He was just having a ball with it. You know what I mean? And then they win the Super Bowl. He's an outcast. Then, when his wife was pregnant, he left her for an intern. You messed, okay, I'm not making light of the sanctity of marriage and the institution of marriage. Like, that's bad enough to do it to your wife. But to lose a $2 million a year job for it, for messing with the little intern, like, bad enough leaving your wife for it. But then the morals clause kicked in, and he lost the gig, $2 million a year. Now he don't have a gig. They say he going broke. He just came out and said he depressed. And now you coming back to football
At 36.
At 36. And you really think that's going to be all right? 5 years out the league. We sitting here wondering if Plexico can play. After 2 years out of the league, and he's a receiver, you a 36-year-old running back. You really just think you just going to come back into the league and be able to play? Really? Come on, man. Stop it.
It's tough.
I don't wish bad stuff on nobody, though. Hey, hopefully it'll turn into a great story. You can be the Bernard Hopkins of running backs or something, but I don't know what to say about that dude.
Hey, we're going to see, man. You know, we had somebody comment in the sports critic group that he want to make it through the preseason, and hey, the over-under is what it is, man. We'll see what happens. Very interesting story. And this football season coming up, definitely some very interesting stories. We're talking about Plaxico. You mentioned him. Where may he end up? I mean, he's a guy that could be a difference maker for a lot of teams and really take them from being pretty good teams to championship caliber teams. One team specifically that kind of scares the hell out of me is the Philadelphia Eagles if they pick that guy up. You add him to Deshaun Jackson and the Macklin kid, and it is going down with the very dangerous number 7, calling the plays, calling the shots, doing his thing. Very dangerous team. The Bears give that guy a look. We're talking about Plax, but you look at other guys that are out there. I mean, like all-time greats, T.O., Randy Moss. You know what I mean? Chad Ochocinco may be on the block. You know, he may be a guy that you can pick up for nothing. So, hey, very interesting developments in the NFL. You know we're going to be on it, man. The Sports Critic Group is on top of it. Sportsfam.com, you know what we do. Look for my man to pump out blogs. I got something coming down the chute. You know what the CEO is doing. He's putting it down. Catch your boy co-hosting the hottest internet radio sports show there is, the Sports Critic. Every Tuesday night, man, from 7:30 to 9:30. Chime in. You know what it is. The number, I'm posting it everywhere, 347-994-2337. Get in on the Cliche Man's hotline. Holler at your people, man. It's just going down just like that. Period. What? Sports fam. That's what we do.
.com, baby. Stay tuned. We at you. We gonna see you. We'll holler.